What's up, everybody? Let's take a look at what happened in the S&P 500 futures today. The market just closed a few minutes ago. Now, just so we're clear, we're looking at the most recent S&P 500 index futures, which is the September 21 contracts. This is the ones that are traded the most at this time. So if you look in the middle of the screen, in the kind of upper part of the middle of the screen, you see a little yellow circle there. All-time new high today, 45.42 and a quarter. But we have this little red doji, which is honest to be expected after yesterday's massive Big Daddy forecast number. And Tuesdays traditionally are slow days as well, so the timing's really good here. What does a little doji candlestick mean? Well, it basically means that the futures closed pretty much where they opened. It opened today at 45.29.5 and it closed at 45.28. So, within like a buck and a quarter. Basically, we got ourselves a doji. And it's not an evening star, but it kind of has that evening starish kind of look to it. We'll see if that means anything throughout the rest of the week. Maybe, maybe not, as far as which way the pricing is going to go. I want you to take a look at the very top. I know it's kind of busy, that top part with all the candlesticks are at, but take a look at those green arcs. Those are cycles. That's cycle analysis. I don't talk about cycle analysis too much in my videos, but I'm going to talk about it here. Starting on the far left, you'll see where the two green arcs come together. Right around May 5th or something. You'll see that you got three big, huge candlesticks coming down, and the two arcs meet in the middle. Well, that's called a cycle low. Okay, so you got a cycle low right there. Then you just follow the second green arc, right? And it comes down around, I don't know, June 10th, maybe somewhere around there. It's a little off, right? It's about 3 or 4 days too early before the cycle low happened a little bit later. But it's still pretty reasonable, right? With cycles, it's not intended that you expect the cycle to end exactly, or a low to be exactly at the end of the cycle. So there's always a little room for variance there, a wiggle room. Okay, the next cycle over, which ended, ideally would end around, I don't know, it looks like July 15th, somewhere like that, maybe the 18th. You can see that one's pretty much spot on. Okay, three candlesticks down, and actually a 5-day downtrend right there, really nice. I remember trading that, by the way. Made some nice money on that downtrend. And then with the next cycle after that, looks like around August, 20th maybe was a low. And you can see the cycle was pretty much spot on right there. So we got 1, 2, 3 of the last 4 cycles. The low was, pretty much where we expect it to be. So, this is the whole point of cycle analysis, right? That you're finding patterns, cyclical patterns. And with cycle analysis, you're trying to identify the low point, a price low point. Now, in this case, the stock market's been moving up aggressively, the S&P 500 anyway. Because in a moment, I'm going to talk about how other indexes are not doing that. Okay? Not all of them are moving up. Okay? So anyway, so that's kind of the whole quick 101 on cycle analysis. There's a lot more to it than that, but the green arcs here are daily cycles, not weekly or monthly. And the next cycle, in theory, is supposed to be somewhere around September 15th through the 20th, kind of somewhere in that area, okay? So we're looking at about 2 to 3 weeks before the next theoretical cycle low, okay? So here we got this doji sitting at the top of the screen, and I'm looking at the momentum just below it, I should say, the stochastic momentum index. We can see it's trying to roll over, hasn't done it yet, but we'll see if it does. And then below that, we got the Big Daddy forecast, which of course today is down, so it's forecasting the price is going to come down. And then the VIX below that is a little bit up today. I think yesterday was, I don't remember what it was, like a little bit lower number. Today the VIX is a little bit higher. Makes sense. You have a slight down day, or a red day. So a little bit more volatility. But what really stands out to me here, again, at the very bottom, the Dow Jones Transportation, those blue candlesticks at the bottom. Look at the last 2 days. Both days trading down compared to the S&P 500. Well, yesterday was clearly an up day, and today was basically just a break-even day, right? So, again, the divergence continues between the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Transportation. They do not trade in sync. They're not. all the way back from May 10th to now, the Dow Jones Transportation continues on the average to trade down, while the S&P 500 on the average continues to trade up. They're definitely diverging from one another. And as this continues on, this divergence becomes bigger and bigger. And I've already, as I said before in previous videos, I looked at the last 35 or 36 years. This is the largest divergence we've ever had. So kind of repeating myself there, but it's worth repeating every day until I see something different. I'm going to keep calling out the things that I see. I still contend that this fall, winter, yes, we will have a massive decline in price. Is it going to start? Is this the last of the highs? I have no idea. Okay. So that's my take on the S&P 500 for today. Let me take a look real quick and show you guys, which I didn't mention this yesterday, but I took a little trade on natural gas. I did mention, I think, a few days ago that I was thinking about taking a trade on natural gas. So here it is in front of you right now. This is the, for those that want to know, this is the E-mini natural gas. There are bigger contracts, the large contracts. They're just, I'm trying to remember what their symbol is. I don't remember. It's not, is it NG? Let me look real quick. I don't remember what the big contracts are. I don't know if I don't have them in front of me, so it doesn't really matter. You can always look that up if you want. But the E-mini contracts for natural gas are QG. So upper left-hand corner, you can see I'm trading QGX. X stands for November, 21 stands for the year. So I'm trading the November contracts, the E-mini natural gas November contracts. Okay, this was this morning, about almost an hour after the market opened. Well, for the futures, I should say the futures market. Yeah, never mind. Basically, futures are open 23 out of 24 days, not 24 hours a day for 5 days a week. Okay, on the right-hand side there, you see I got two yellow rectangles. I just took two really small positions, okay, and nice little trade, $137.50, right? So that's my trade on natural gas. I'll keep an eye on it. Natural gas really made a big move in the other opposite direction, so I'm going to be a little patient here. We'll just see what natural gas does. If I feel like there's another trade in it, I'll share it with you guys. Okay. I'm also still keeping a really close eye on wheat. If and when there's a trade there and I find something worth showing you guys, I'll definitely show you that. I feel like wheat, which had for the last 2 days pulled back pretty hard, but that's kind of typical for wheat. And this entire year, wheat's had some really huge days. So I happened to notice that wheat had like a lower wick doji today. So this is kind of typical when there's going to be a rebound. So we'll see if wheat takes off like I think it's going to, going into like the second half of September, or may even start this week in September, the first week, we'll see. But typically, like I said yesterday, I think I mentioned this yesterday, September and October are usually can be often big months for wheat to go up in price. So we'll see what happens. If there's a trade there, I'll definitely share it with you guys. Okay, quick video today, guys and gals. S&P 500 was pretty quiet today. We'll see what it does. That momentum's looking very ready to kind of roll over. We're just going to see if this thing continues to push a little bit higher. Is it going to give some back? We get a cycle low about the third week of September. Yes, I still believe we're going to have a massive price decline this fall, winter. So that's my take on that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. I really appreciate you giving me a thumbs up. Go ahead and click that bell to get notified all the videos as I put them out. We'll talk to y'all real soon again next time.